If you want to prepare the IELTS test in a month and you're a complete beginner, then this video will be very useful for you, because in this video I'm going to tell you everything, like from where you should start and where you should end. So let's start with the very first step, which is you should be preparing all the modules on a daily basis. You'll hear this from most IELTS trainers that you need to dedicate 1 week each for each module. For example, there are 4 weeks in a month and there are 4 modules. So you should prepare each module in each week. I would go against that, because suppose you are preparing for listening in the very first week and for the speaking in the very last week. So here, by the time you move towards the speaking, you will have forgotten lots of things about listening. And then you again have to revise that, and it will all be a pain. So prepare all of the 4 modules on a daily basis. And indeed, the time that you give depends on your English level. Like if you're a complete newbie, you don't know how to even communicate in English, you have difficulties with grammar, vocabulary, then I would advise you to spend 3 to 4 hours a day if your targeted band score is at least a band 7. Look, IELTS is not a piece of cake. You need to struggle and you need to work hard. Don't suppose that I'll prepare for only 1 or 2 hours a day and I'm hoping for a band 8. Things don't work like that. And make sure that you stick to that routine that you design. Stick to an easy one. Don't be so hard on yourself. Like, I'm going to be preparing 5, 6, or even 7 hours a day. You know that you can't do that. So just go with the moderate routine at the very beginning. Next, you need to read every day. And what you should read? I would advise you to read articles, newspapers. Most people will say you should be reading magazines. But I believe that magazines are outdated, so I doubt you will find any. And you should read them for at least 20-30 minutes a day. Reading is very important, not only for the reading section, but for the listening, writing, and speaking section. Let me tell you how. In writing, you need to think of various ideas. And when you have had a habit of reading, you know lots of ideas. You have a lot of knowledge. You have like a knowledge of vocabulary, complex words, you know about grammar. So these things will help you know and in the writing. Talking about speaking, speaking is like a normal conversation, okay? So you need to know what you have to speak, you need to have knowledge, you need to have vocabulary, and you need to use the correct grammar. So reading will help you a lot in these things. Then you should also be listening to some podcasts. Podcasts will majorly help you in the listening section, because in the listening, various British as well as American, sometimes Canadian and Australian accents are used. And when you have had listened to a wide range of podcasts in all accents, then you will have knowledge of those accents, you will be familiar with them, and you can easily listen and choose the correct answers in the listening section. Moreover, you need to know the pattern as well as the question types of that test. I'll just give you a brief overview. Like in the listening, there are 40 questions, 4 sections, and 11 different question types. In reading, there are also 40 questions, 5 to 6 sections in general training, 3 long passages in the academic, and 14 different question types. In writing academic, there are 5 essays as well as general training. And task 1 is different, like there are reports and letters in academic and general training respectively. Speaking consists of 3 parts: part 1, part 2, as well as part 3. Part 1 is about personal questions, part 2 is about cue card, part 3 is about general questions. If you want more details, you can simply type the syllabus on Google and you will find it. Here also you need to have the Cambridge books. There are total 18 Cambridge books, but the first 10 are outdated. So purchase the 11 to 18 Cambridge books. These are a must, okay? So don't skip this part. By the way, you can also download them for free. Just type the book number in Google and there will be a download option. You can download it very easily. Finally, you should get help from a teacher, a person who knows more than you about IELTS and who can teach you, guide you, and point out your mistakes. Most students will not go for a teacher. They think they can prepare themselves, especially in a short time duration like 1 month. Look, IELTS is not an easy test, especially if your band score is 7 or above. You are a non-native English speaker, you don't know what will appear, and you don't know the strategies for each question, which is the most important part. So if you self-practice yourself, you will not know what your mistakes are, you will not know how to improve. And even if you learn gradually, it will take a lot of time, like 3 to 4 months. But a teacher and instructor will guide you the same in only 1 month. A good teacher will tell you particular tips and tricks, strategies for each question in the listening and reading section. He will tell you the structure of writing essays as well as reports, letters. He will evaluate your tasks and he will have a daily practice, a speaking session with you, which will be very useful and you will guaranteedly improve. He will tell you that here you made these mistakes, here is how you can improve. Why did you make these mistakes? And what you should do to improve yourself. But most students will not go for a mentor because they think that we can do it ourselves. They will practice blindly, they will not improve. But the instructor can tell you, like, these are your mistakes, here is how you can improve. Good teacher will not only save you a ton of time, but he or she will also save you a ton of money. As IELTS is an expensive test, it costs about 60,000 Pakistani rupees. And that teacher will assure you that he teaches you everything so that you achieve your desired band score. That's it. And if you want to know how to achieve your desired band score in 2024, then watch this video. Take care. Allah.